Is the Bricklink bowling alley a strike or a gutter? Today we're looking at the retro bowling alley. It's set number 910013 and was one of the successful ideas in round 2 of the 2021 Bricklink Designer Program. These sets were originally submitted to LEGO Ideas, gathered 10,000 votes, and ultimately rejected. Bricklink then picked several and had 3 rounds where the first 5 to sell 3,000 copies got made into sets. The bowling alley sold around 9,000 units and is no longer available for purchase. However, the instructions are online for free. I funded this almost a year ago, so when it arrived last week, it was a bit of a surprise both to me and my wallet. This set costs $230 and has 2,793 pieces. The box contains 30 bags inside numbered 1 through 15. There are no paper instructions, and the digital instructions are not the best. They're definitely usable, obviously, but they have some formatting issues, for example the step numbers being on top of the pictures. These aren't big issues, but they do make this expensive set, which lacks printed instructions, feel even cheaper and just not as polished as you'd expect. However, this set is pretty awesome, and overall I'm really happy with it. The outside looks great with some retro styling and colors. The front is awesome with the dark red arches, diamond accents, and teal flower beds. The tan wall is degrading in a few spots, and the giant bowling pins perfectly flank the front door. The awning might stick out a little too far, but it's not bad. Both of the sides have ivy and some crumbling wall spots. The left side has a vent or something, and the right has a couple of utility meters. The backside also looks great and has way more detail than it needs with those red columns and diamond accents from the front. There's also a rear door, another meter, and a ladder for roof access. The roof probably has more detail than any other LEGO set, which is great because without all of this, it would be a huge gray plate and pretty boring. There are a couple large AC units, one with 3 sections and the other with 2. There's also other vents and exhaust pipes. In the middle, there are a few boxes of bowling balls with a couple of the lids having been blown off. And let's not forget that tall sign out front. Its styling and colors are great for a retro bowling alley. The sign is pretty wobbly, but really solid and won't break. It also turns so you can angle it in your city. Before going inside, I'll point out that I'm not the biggest fan of these pieces for the building corners. I think I might change it to something like this instead. Let me know what you think. Inside, there is a ton of detail. The lanes are on the left and the arcade and cafe are on the right. All the tiling looks great and probably contributes to that price tag. The arcade has a checkered pattern and includes 3 game cabinets. There's a racing game, a classic joystick game, and a shooting game. On the other side is the counter for the cafe with 3 stools and a nice awning. Inside there's a range with a hood, a fridge, some milkshake mixers, a sink, and a couple of hot dog orders ready to go. Next to the cafe we have the bowling service desk. It's kind of shoved in the corner and I think it would have been a lot better up front. It has a cash register and some wall cubbies for these red shoe boxes that fall off way too easily. The middle section has some nice wood flooring and a great looking bench for seating. However, one of my main complaints with the set is the lack of studs or attachment points for minifigs. This set is in desperate need of jumper plates in the arcade, cafe, and middle area. It could also use some plates on the seating area. I think I'll probably add some in the future. On the left side there are 4 lanes with 2 ball returns in between them. There's also a ball rack on each side of the building and a vending machine. The lanes look great and the setter section is easily removable, which allows you to set the pins. You can actually play with this set, but it's kind of hard and you probably won't do it again after a few initial attempts. If you remove the setter cover, you can use this triangle template to arrange the pins. It helps, but it's still pretty tedious and takes a while. Then throw the ball piece down the lane and see how many you knock over. The setter cover seems to just be decorative though, and I definitely recommend leaving it off when you're playing. I was never able to knock down any pins with it on because there just wasn't enough room for the pins to go anywhere. So the set is playable, but kind of a lot of work. However, this brings me to another issue I have with the set. There are so many loose pieces, and I get it, they need to be loose if you're going to play with it, but under normal use, if you try to move it or just bump into the set, things are sliding around everywhere. There are 24 bowling pins, 12 bowling balls, 2 more on the roof, 4 shoe boxes, a garage bag, a fried egg, a trophy, 3 more balls on stands for some reason, the pin setter, and 2 score sheet tiles. It's just a lot of things shaking around for me. I also don't know why they skimped on the stickers. The small sticker sheet only has stickers for the main sign spelling out Dave's Cafe and these score tiles. The original idea had numbered lanes, which is why these tiles are black, and it would have been super easy to add numbers 1 through 4 on the sticker sheet. Otherwise, it would have looked better to make these black tiles teal. The arcade games could have also benefited from some sticker designs, but I think they look fine without them. The set comes with 5 minifigs, 2 bowling alley workers, a chef, and a mom and her son. My favorite is easily the male employee. I think he looks perfect for a bowling alley with his ponytail. This set looks great next to other modular buildings, as well as within a LEGO city. However, since it's short, you'll see the sides of the buildings next to it, so some arrangements will be better than others. You might be able to use it as a corner if you put another corner building on the left end, but since the building is so far back on the base plate, the rear door would get blocked if you put a building on this end. The Daily Bugle could work with its incorporated alleys though. The bowling alley would also work well as an end cap on a single row of buildings. One issue with the set is that it does take up a lot of room at 2 base plates. When I bought this set a year ago, I had plenty of space, but y'all all know that space is a premium in Fredericksburg these days. So 2 base plates for a single story building seems like a lot, and I think I'll want to add a second floor to it in the future, and I'm definitely interested in your ideas for it. I'm thinking maybe a laser tag area and internet cafe, but I don't know, so let me know in the comments if you have any good ideas. Ultimately, I do like this set a lot, and I think it looks great, but there's just several little things that make it feel not quite finished, or at least unfinished for a LEGO product. And I know it's a Bricklink set, but LEGO does have their logo on it, so I just expected a little more polish. I hope you enjoyed my review and that you have a great day.